What is going on, guys? So today we're back with another Pokemon Masters video, and today we actually need to go over some sync grids. So this week is going to be filled with a lot of sync grid videos, just because we need to go over them, and I haven't had the chance to sit down and look through them yet. So let's actually get into Wallace and Milotic sync grid right now. So as usual, whenever we take a look at these sync grids, we basically start in this top left-hand quadrant and move to the top right, move to the bottom left, and then to the bottom right. Now, typically we go over these a little bit earlier than what I'm doing now, just because of how much stuff has been backlogged. This has already been released, so we're gonna actually view it live here in the game. And we basically are going to kind of not talk so much about the blue tiles because they're just stat increases. We're going to mainly focus on the yellow tiles for the passives, the greens for the damage increases, and the reds for the MP refreshes and different things that are going to happen based on our moves. So first up on the dock, of course, is Whirlpool with a move gauge refresh 3. So that's perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that. And then this looks like it's going to be the Whirlpool. Yep, looks like all Whirlpool. So this is kind of the Whirlpool quadrant here. Not only do we have our move gauge refresh, but we have an extra ton of damage, an extra 20 power on all of these tiles here put together. So that's not too bad. Our passive at level 2. I have level 2 now, I think. Yes, level 2. So some of these tiles you may not have unlocked depending on how many, sync move levels you have, but we do have Indomitable, which has a small chance of raising the user's special attack if any of the user's stats have been lowered. Okay, that's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Poke Trap increases the amount of damage that the target takes from being trapped, which is good. I actually like that. First Aid 4 restores a bit of user's HP once during battle whenever the Pokemon is in a pinch. I really like that. I do like that a lot. It's come in really, really handy, especially in Battle Villa and a lot of sticky situations. So then we do have our next quadrant, which has a Mirror Coat move gauge refresh. So I can already tell this is going to be the Mirror Coat tiles. Yep, power plus 10, plus 10, plus 20, plus 20. Holy cow, Mirror Coat's getting beefy. All right, so kind of a bunch of stuff that goes along with Mirror Coat. We do have Super Duper Effective 2, which powers up moves that are super effective. That's fine, no problem there. Revenge Boost 4 has a good chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when the user is hit by an attack move. Okay, that's actually not horrible. I mean, take some damage, get a bar out of it. All right. And then Sterner Stuff reduces damage when the user is hit by a physical attack move. That I really like. So that's just like adding extra defense. Like, that's just amazing. I really like that. Okay, moving on to our third quadrant here. A lot of stats in this one here. Grand Illusion. Wow, Grand Illusion. And is that Inspire Eerie? Inspire Eerie. That's what I'm hoping that says. Makes opponents target the user for a short time when the move is successful. Okay, that's great. I don't really like those types of moves personally. It can be okay in certain situations, but makes the user... Well, actually, no. No, on this sync pair, it makes a lot more sense because you can set up with the Mirror Coat and then use that on Grand Illusion to, in turn, have them attack you so that you turn around and whip them with that massive damage. That's actually a lot better in this case than other cases that we've seen that in the past. I like it. Healthy Healing makes the user gradually heal its HP if its HP is full when it enters the battle. Okay, that's fine. Mirror Coat Catalytic Cure 2 has a moderate chance of restoring the user's HP when a move is successful. All right. Sharply raises... Oh, this is Grand Illusion Shielded Squad 2. So sharply raises the defense of all allied sync pairs when a move is successful. All right, that's actually pretty good. And then when the user has Unyielding 2, I keep forgetting to read the titles. When the user has endured the most recent hit and has 1 HP remaining, has a moderate chance of allowing the user to endure an additional hit. That is really good. I really like that. Because that basically gives you extra use cases for Mirror Coat. That's actually pretty good. Now our last quadrant here looks like we have Brine. So this is, yeah, it looks like the Brine quadrant. So move gauge refresh, of course. We all know what that does. Then we do have some damage increases. All +4s, which are good. Grand Entry 1 raises the user's special attack when it enters battle. That's great. Powers up moves when the target is trapped. I really like that. And then Dire Rain 1. So on Brine, critical hits land more easily when an attack move is used and the weather is raining. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. So like as a whole, I could see it going several different ways. It really would depend on what your end goal is for Wallace. If you want Wallace to be that like one and done, like attack me so that I can mirror coat you and then turn around and, you know, whip you with it. I mean, you can kind of go for more of the endurance type build and then power up your mirror coat so that it does extra damage. That's kind of the one that I see would be actually really fun to play with. I also like the idea of basically making Whirlpool the main focus, where you can trap the opponent, do extra damage when they're trapped, and make them take extra damage from just being trapped. And then you can basically, you know, trap the entire enemy team. I really like that idea. I think that's probably the one that I personally would go with, just because I think like that's like fits with my playstyle like so much more. Just kamikaze a ton of damage out, and then I mean, well, when I put it that way, the mirror coat build sounds a lot more up my alley. But either way, I definitely like the idea of the sync grid as a whole. I just honestly, he might have issues at like the lower sync grid levels. So like if you don't have your level 3s, I mean you're missing out on the rainy weather build. It's okay. Brine can't be powered up completely. You can't endure 2 hits, and you don't get to raise the defense of all allied sync pairs. Okay, not horrible. You do actually lose out of some of the trap damage, which does unfortunately that's a bummer. The first aid 4 is kind of locked behind that, so that kind of sucks. You do, oh man, you lose out on the extra buff for the Cerner stuff, and then you don't get the extra move gauge. So, I mean, there's a lot of like really nice stuff hidden behind level 3, which is kind of a bummer that you have to have a level 3. But all in all, I'd say that's actually a pretty decent grid for Wallace. He's not necessarily amazing. I don't find the grid to be like pushing him into like the top tier of Pokemon. I mean, it's a good grid. It fits him perfectly, but So with that being said, let's actually hop back here and let's see if we can get a hold of an extra copy of Wallace. So we only need one more copy of him to actually unlock that full grid. So this could be it. Do you think we got it? Cast your votes down below. Call the number at the bottom of the screen. Don't do that. That's an old joke. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah, it's not looking too hot. No flashy animation. 3-star antenna. It could be a fake out though. I did get faked out my first Wallace. Just a 4-star doors though. So it's an Agatha. That's all good. I'll take it. So that is actually going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for watching. As always, remember that if you want to join the Discord, you can do that down below. Also, down there are links to YouTube memberships and Patreon. Those are your thing. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.